Well, hey there everybody, it's Snackbox coming to you from just an absolutely phenomenally gorgeous day here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm super amped to be coming to you to talk to you about some of my favorite snacks to resupply on a through hike. We have a lot of snacks to cover, not a lot of time. Let's get to it. Nom, 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 nom. And you, my love, I love you the most. Or maybe it's you. Maybe I love you the most. So many choices. So a lot of people ask me, they'll say, is your trail name Snackbox because you like snacks? And absolutely not. Absolutely not. My trail name is Snackbox because I freaking love snacks. In fact, what I did a few years ago, because I love snacks so much, is I shifted my meal planning on longer hikes to have a model where I wake up in the morning and I'll have a snack to start out the day, hike for a couple of hours, then I'll stop at about 8 or 9 in the morning, and that's when I'll have my breakfast. So if I'm taking a stove, I'll have oatmeal and some coffee, something of the sort, and then I'll start going through snacks. And rather than having a lunch, I'll take 6 or 7 snacks to have throughout the course of the day before I stop for the evening and then have dinner. So essentially, when you look at my meals for the day, I have a breakfast and a dinner and a bunch of snacks in the middle, and maybe a couple of other sort of beverages or coffees, that kind of thing. I'll mix those in as well. But what that means is I have a lot of variety throughout the course of the day. And what I want to do is talk a little bit about sort of the philosophy that I take when planning a resupply box for a through hike. It's a very specific type of meal planning. If you go on an overnight, weight really doesn't matter a whole lot. And if you are just buying food when you go into town, freshness doesn't matter a whole lot. However, if you are sending resupply boxes, you need stuff that's going to keep on the shelf, and you need a variety of different things by way of size, also by way of nutrition. You can't have all just carbohydrates or all proteins or all fats, that kind of thing. You need a good blend of that, and you need a good variety of sizes. So you want some bigger snacks and some smaller snacks to just kind of mix those up. The other thing that I like to think about when I'm looking for a good resupply snack is this something that I can buy in bulk? Can I buy a pack of 12 and get a discount on it? And that's really important, because when we're thinking about the diversity of sort of nutritions and sizes, that also means that you are likely to have a variation in the prices. So when we look at these snacks, I have some that are as low as about $1 per serving, some that get as high as about $4 a serving. Now, I don't want to talk specific. I've got a dog hair here. I don't want to talk specific prices for these items, but I will leave links below to where you can purchase some of these on your own from the Amazon affiliate links. And so if you do choose to buy them from there to start packing up your resupply, say for the Colorado Trail like I'm doing this summer, or maybe you're doing a different hike, maybe the AT, CDT, PCT, whatever hike that is, if you use those links, it should give you a pretty decent price on everything, because they will all be able to be purchased in bulk. You can go ahead and start buying most of these now and packing them up in your resupply boxes to send along the way to those different spots on the trail. So let's get into some of the very specific snacks, and I want to walk you through sort of pros and cons of what I like about each, and give you some idea for how you might fit these into your own meal plan as well. The first thing to think about is you want something a little bit more substantial. If you're not going to take a lunch, you need something that you can use as sort of a meal replacement or something larger. A lot of people opt for Clif bars, but it only takes a few hikes before Clif bars get really old. So here's what I have. I have these Pro meal bars. I had these a lot on the John Muir Trail, and I think these are a really dynamite way to go. They're almost 400 calories or around 400 calories depending on the flavor that you get, and I really like these. I think these are a great way to go for a snack in the middle of the day. They look bigger than they are, so when you actually get to packing these, you can just take a needle or cut a little hole here, and you can pack this down pretty small as well. So that's a really good option for lunch replacement. And again, they're just a good mix of these. They are gluten-free, which is nice, non-GMO, which I also think a lot of people will value and think is a good way to go about choosing some great snacks. Next on the list, I've got 3 items here from this company. These are the Honey Stinger company, and so these are different products that I like to get. This is the Honey Stinger Waffle. This goes with me on almost every hike. I love these because they're nice and thin, and one thing that I like to do when I'm hiking, I will have my snack, say I'll have my Pro meal bar, and then I'll go ahead and take this guy out and I'll put it in my pocket to carry for the next few miles so that I don't have to drop my pack later on in the hike. This really helps because it's nice and thin, but it has about 150 calories depending on the flavor, and that's the other great thing. There are a ton of different flavors here, and if you click through that link that I have below, click through and you'll also notice that often they'll have sales on one flavor but not others, so you can often find a great deal on that, and you can go ahead and send this with you along to the next stop. This is a great way to go. And then these two are basically variations of the same. These are energy chews. These are like little gummy energy chews, and this is the goo. You've probably seen this a number of different times. I like both of these for different reasons. This one I like because it's a little bit of like a dessert kind of thing, and this one I like because it's nice and small. And again, remember, we're thinking of a variety. We want a diversity of sizes, we want a diversity of weights and different nutrition. So this one works really nicely to pair with that. With both of these though, you want to make sure that you do this near a water supply. You don't want to have these as a snack without a lot of water. There are a couple of stretches, say of the Colorado Trail, where you'll go 10 to even 20 miles without a water resupply. These tend to make me pretty thirsty, and I want to have some water with them. So don't have these in those stretches where you're going to need a lot of water, but in the stretches where you have a lot of water, these are great additions to your pack. The other two are in that similar vein. These are the Clif Bloks, and these are energy chews, just like the Honey Stinger here. This is a little ASMR camping style. These are really delicious snacks, and I love them, and I'll have all the snacks. And then these are really great. The downside is the weight, but the upside is that you can actually get these with caffeine in them. And so look right, when you go shopping for these, look right under the flavor. These are ginger ale flavor. I thought that'd be interesting. And right under the flavor, they will tell you if it has caffeine and how much caffeine. And know that whatever number they put here, these are actually 2 servings. And so you want to double that if you're trying to figure out how much caffeine you're getting. These are really good. For some reason though, I think the caffeine for me releases slower. So you don't want to have these, say after like 2 or 3, or you won't sleep well that evening, but having them earlier is great. You can also get them with a little more of the electrolytes in there, and that's a really nice thing if you're out there sweating as much as I will on a hike, where I tend to do anywhere from say 18 to 25 miles in a day on the Colorado Trail. And so these are great for that as well, to have a little bit more energy, a little more tooth to it. I like these quite a bit, and I tend to take them with me, but they are heavy. So if I'm doing sort of an 8-day resupply, these will add a lot of weight. And then I also like these in the other direction, that these are great for electrolytes. These are the Jelly Belly Sport Beans. I put these in a lot of different packs and resupplies, and these are great for sharing. They're about 100 calories per pack, so they're not heavy on the calories, they're not heavy on the size, and they're also not heavy on the price. I really love these for some quick energy. I like to have these when I'm about to start a big climb. So for instance, if you've been following my Colorado Trail series, you'll know that I'm talking a lot about, say, Hope Pass. I would take these and have these down in Twin Lakes, and that way they'll be starting to go through my system once I get around the lake and start climbing that Hope Pass. These are a great way to go. One of the little hidden gems, and these are some of my favorites. These are like a little treaty treat. Get excited about these. These are dark chocolate sesame snaps. They do make these without the chocolate on them, and that's a good thing to know as well, because sometimes if you're eating these in the heat of the day, or you put them in your pocket with plans of having them later, the chocolate can melt and get a little bit messy. But I love these. These are just a really nice sort of change up to all of these other foods that I've got. It's just going to be a really good change of pace for you, and having a little bit of sweetness is really nice as well. I love these quite a bit. And then this guy here, this is the newest addition to my camping menu, the Bobo's bars. Bobo's makes a lot of great products, and I think they're starting to come on a little bit and become more popular with through hikers and other long distance hikers. Pay attention to them. They have a lot of different varieties of these bars, and I like them so much more than, say, the Clif bars. And again, I'm not hating on Clif bars. I spent a lot of time eating Clif bars, and that's maybe why I don't love having Clif bars anymore. But these have about as much energy as a Clif bar, and they are way thinner and smaller. So I think these are great, and they're made in Colorado. So if you're hiking the Colorado Trail, you can buy some of these and know that you're supporting a business local to where you'll be hiking. I think that's a really great addition. These are dynamite, non-GMO, gluten-free for most of them. I say get a couple of these, try them out, see what you think. Put a couple in your resupply box, send them off over to wherever you're gonna go. Delicious. This one here, Bobby Sue's nuts. These are some of my favorites. I like the everything bagel flavor, or everything goes nuts. It's basically all the everything bagel seasoning on different mixed nuts, and I think these are great for a lot of protein. They're also packed really small. This is pretty good for like 2 or 3 different snacks, so I might mix this up as a snack that I'll have over the course of 3 days. And I think these are really dynamite. I love them quite a bit. I might repackage them when I get to town just so that they'd be smaller, but even this is pretty small pouch, and so I like these just great. A lot of different varieties of these that you can buy online. You can also buy these in, say, an REI. They sell them as well. And then finally, this one here, Larissa's Kitchen. These are just beef jerky. They're your standard. They're a little pricier than, say, a Slim Jim, but they're well worth it. I tried the jalapeno one earlier, maybe like 5 minutes ago, which is why I can't talk about them with you right now. But I like these, especially if you're nearing a town day, because if you pick up some pita bread in a town day with some hummus and maybe some cheddar cheese, and you slice this guy up and put it on there, absolutely phenomenal. I think these taste better than any that I've had before. No preservatives, MSG, nitrates. No nitrates. How many times do you wake up in the middle of the night worried about nitrates? Yeah, same here, because I get Larissa's beef jerky, and that's what I go with. I don't even know what a nitrate is, but I know it's not my body. Looking over that here, just kind of taking a look here. I'm gonna turn the camera. I'm gonna show you what it looks like for a day's worth of snacks, it's not bad actually. For a day's worth of snacks, you see my phone over there, that's not terrible by way of size. You add a couple of pouches of oatmeal to it and maybe a Knorr side, and you're talking pretty great meal there. Well, that's it, everybody. These are 10 of my favorite snacks. I hope that you find this useful as you're planning your resupply boxes for your through hike. And remember that when you're buying these resupplies, that you want to think through the number of days you have. If you're planning like 7 snacks, then you don't necessarily need to buy, if you're going on 10 days, you don't necessarily need to buy all of these. But what you can do is buy a handful of them and sort of mix them up in your regular snack profile, and you're going to have a lot of variety throughout the course of that hike. I think that's really important for making sure that you keep food moving. Things that's sort of ironic about hiking is that sometimes you'll find that you'll lose your appetite, so you need good variety to kind of encourage that, because you need that food going in. Your body becomes sort of a fire, and you need to keep stoking that fire to make sure you're making your way up over those bigger climbs and bigger stretches on the trail. So keep your body energized and ready to tackle some of those great adventures as well. So pick up a couple of these, see what you think of them, throw them in your resupply box. They'll keep until July when you go on your hikes. Really great way to go. If you found this information helpful, I hope you'll click that subscribe button so that you can follow along as we plan other bits of the resupply boxes and other ways that we're thinking about those through hikes. Also, hope you'll click that like button. And if you've not gotten your outside comfort zone sticker yet, find me on Instagram at Backcountry Champion. You don't have to even follow me. Just send me a message and say, hey, Snackbox, hit me up with one of those stickers. Tell me where to send them off. I just sent out 2 more stickers not 10 minutes ago. So let me know where I can send you an outside comfort zone sticker. I'd love to get that out to you. And other than that, have a great day. Enjoy yourself. And I hope it's nice where you are. I'm going to smash some of these snacks and then go home and do some work and look forward to July when I can hit the trail out there in Colorado. Take care, everybody. This is Snackbox out.